I never thought a girl working at a small convenience store in North Dakota could actually make money from stocks. People always said investing was only for the rich or for Wall Street guys, but I proved them wrong. It was a bright, quiet morning in Fargo, North Dakota. One of those rare days when the sun shines through your curtains just right, and the whole world feels calm for a minute. I stretched, yawned, and reached for my phone on the nightstand. The screen lit up, a new notification. At first, I thought it was just another store discount alert. You know, those endless buy two, get one free messages I get from work. But this one was different. My investing app had sent a message. You've earned $2,037. For a moment, I froze. My heart started pounding so fast I could actually feel it. I blinked twice, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. But the number didn't change. 2,037. I couldn't believe it. That was my money. Money I didn't get from my paycheck. Or a lucky lottery ticket, but from my very first stock. I let out a small laugh, half shock, half joy, and whispered, "Oh my God." Without thinking, I nudged my husband, Richard, who was still half asleep. "Babe, wake up. You have to see this." He mumbled something about coffee, but when I handed him the phone, his sleepy eyes widened. "You made $2,000, he said. "From that stock thing?" I nodded, grinning like a little kid. He chuckled and rubbed his face. "Well, Jess, looks like you're the smart investor now." We both laughed. It was a small victory, but to me it felt enormous. That morning, the air seemed fresher, the coffee tasted better, and for the first time in a long time, I felt something new. Hope. My name is Jessica, I'm 32, and I live in a small town in North Dakota. I work as a cashier at a convenience store not far from our house, the kind of place where regular customers stop by for coffee, gas, or a chat about the weather. My husband Richard works freelance. Some days he trims trees, other days he cleans pools or fixes garden landscapes for the neighbors. He's one of those people who can do a bit of everything. We don't have kids yet, but we've been saving, hoping to start a family soon. Our life is simple, not fancy, not poor, just middle ground. We budget carefully, shop at local stores, and sometimes treat ourselves to take out pizza on Fridays. But money has always been a quiet worry in our house. Not in a desperate way, but in that constant background kind of way. Like a hum you can't turn off. A year before that sunny morning, the idea of stocks terrified me. I used to think investing was something only rich people did. The kind of people who wore suits, drank expensive coffee, and said things like, "The market's volatile this week." That wasn't me. I was the woman who counted coupons, who worried about grocery bills, who made sure our electricity stayed under $90 a month. Stocks. That was another planet. I remember seeing headlines about Wall Street crashes or meme stocks and thinking, no thanks. I'll stick to my savings jar. At that time, I didn't even have a proper savings account, just a checking account that barely survived between paydays. To me, investing sounded like gambling with a different name. Then one night, everything shifted. Not in a dramatic movie way, but in a quiet, real-life way. It was a Tuesday night, around 10 p.m. Richard had gone to bed early after a long day mowing lawns. I was sitting at the kitchen table with my old spiral notebook, balancing our expenses, rent, groceries, gas, the usual. I was tired of the same numbers, the same routine. Then a thought hit me. If I can manage every single dollar in this book, maybe I can learn to make those dollars grow. That sentence stayed in my head, like a whisper that wouldn't fade. I closed the notebook, opened my laptop, and typed into Google, "How to start investing with small money." That was the start of everything. For the next few weeks, I became obsessed, in a good way. I watched YouTube videos about ETFs, index funds, and dividends. At first, it was all gibberish. Words like market cap, yield, volatility. I had no idea what they meant. But slowly, piece by piece, things started to click. I learned that you didn't need thousands of dollars to start. You could invest as little as $50. I learned that if you understand what you're buying, not just the stock, but the company behind it, it's not gambling. It's owning a piece of something real. So I made myself a promise. Only invest in what you truly understand. That became my golden rule. After 2 months of learning and overthinking, I finally did it. I opened my first brokerage account. It felt weird, like I was entering a secret adult world I didn't belong to. Everyone online said things like, buy tech stocks or jump on the next big thing. But that didn't feel right to me. Instead, I looked around my world, my actual everyday world. At the store where I worked, there was one particular brand we could barely keep on the shelves. Their drinks sold out constantly, especially during the summer. We restocked every few days. Customers loved it. I saw how popular it was every single day. So when I checked the stock market and found that same company listed, a company I knew people actually loved, like something clicked. I see this product every day. I know it sells. I understand this business. That was my first stock. I'll never forget the day I made my first purchase. It was during my lunch break at work. I sat on a small wooden bench behind the store, next to the dumpsters, glamorous, I know, with my sandwich in one hand and my phone in the other. I had $500 saved. That was all I could afford to risk. My palms were sweaty. I stared at the buy button for what felt like an hour. Should I do this? What if I lose it all? What if everyone online is wrong? But then another thought came. If I don't try, I'll never know. So I took a deep breath and pressed buy. The confirmation popped up. Transaction successful. My hands were shaking. I smiled, half nervous, half proud. That was the moment I officially became an investor. Sitting behind a convenience store, eating a turkey sandwich, surrounded by the smell of garbage and gasoline. Not exactly Wall Street, but it was my start. The first few weeks were torture. I checked my investing app every hour, and sometimes more. When the stock dropped $3, I panicked. When it went up $2, I got excited. It was exhausting. Richard would laugh and say, "You're watching that thing like it's a soap opera." He was right. But little by little, I learned to relax. I started reading about long-term investing, how real growth happens over time, not overnight. I stopped checking the app daily and only looked once a week. Instead of worrying about the ups and downs, I focused on understanding the company more, reading their earnings reports, watching customer trends. It felt empowering, like learning a new language that could actually change my life. 6 months later, on that bright North Dakota morning, I saw the result of all that patience. The stock had gone up 18%. I sold a small portion and made $2,030 in profit. It might not sound like a lot to some people, but to me, it was everything. It was proof that this could work. I remember whispering to myself, wow, I really did it. But the story doesn't end there. I didn't sell everything. I kept the rest. And that company kept growing, expanding into new states, new products. Their sales doubled in the stores I worked at. A year later, that same stock had more than doubled in value. My $500 investment had turned into over $6,000 in profit. All from one small decision, to begin. It wasn't luck, it wasn't timing, it was patience and trust in myself. Now, every time I talk to my friends or coworkers, especially other women who say, "Oh, I don't understand that stuff," I smile, because I used to say the same thing. Here's what I tell them. You don't need to be rich to invest. You just need to start small, but start. Invest in what you understand, the brands you trust, the products you see people buying. And never let fear make your decisions for you. If you're a mom, a dad, or just someone trying to make your paycheck stretch a little further, remember this. Investing isn't about getting rich fast. It's about being ready for the future. It's about letting your money work while you sleep. Now, when I open my investing app, I don't see numbers. I see progress, growth, and confidence. Sometimes, after a long day at the store, I'll sit on that same wooden bench out back, the one where I made my first trade, and think about how far I've come. I'm still Jessica from North Dakota. I still work at the convenience store. I still clip coupons. But now I'm also an investor, one who believed she could learn and did. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real profit. I'm just an ordinary woman, but I dared to start. If I could do it, so can you. Like this video, share it with someone who needs a little motivation, and subscribe to Smart Family Finance, where every story is a small step toward a better future.